guard spots. Jackson and
Man, I can't wait to Adams come back. We're struggling without Adams. We winning, but we lost to the Bulls last game.
At the small and power forward positions. Shea is out there with Chris Paul, and it's Noel in at the 5, roaming the paint.
I pass the guy now sometimes. That boy start scrolling. Look at him. Coach, put me in the game. I can check him, coach. I promise you I can. Sit your ass back, man. You can't do nothing with him. That boy, the truth. Just look at his shoes. Come on. I got Grayson Allen on me, bro. He better try to fight and beat his ass. Come on, man. Lock up, lock up, lock up, lock up.
Passes to Valanciunas. Over Noel. And there's Valanciunas.
That's how I'm saying. That shit wouldn't happen on Adams, dog.
He likes mixing in the shot whenever he can.
Shea outside. Now the pass to Noel. It's
going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, GA. I mean, great look, high percentage shot. That's the efficiency we're looking to establish.
Here's Allen, following the score by Oklahoma City. Here's Turner, and
damn
contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, as they cover the Memphis Grizzlies, I mean, playoff contenders for 7 straight seasons from 2010 to 2017. I mean, a Western Conference Finals appearance in 2013. Now a new phase as they look to rebuild this roster.
And both free throws good for Shea. And Chris, in the small market of Memphis, there'd been a resistance to hitting that reset button and going young.
Oh yeah, with fan attendance dropping in each of the last 4 seasons, I mean, they've reached their pain threshold. With this team struggling, writing was on the wall.
Now here's Shea, following the miss by John Morant.
Damn, man, I got my joystick on dribble moves.
Cut it against them. That's just great work inside.
Here's Iguodala, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
He hits the second from the line.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think we'll have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
Allen for 3.
Okay, Grace.
1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
Here's Turner. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
They get a hand on it. And here's Morant. 23 points for him the last game against Miami. Here's Jackson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Turner looking around. Over Allen. Again, Shea missing.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Iguodala kicks to Morant. Five to shoot. Fades away. And that one goes long. And so it's Gallinari with it. They'll bring it up for the Thunder. Trailing by 2. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Greg, they just weren't ready for that game. It looked like they just weren't prepared. The final score tells you the story.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside Turner. To the inside. Morant with the steal. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Morant with the ball.
So good at making plays in the open floor, whether Morant's running the break or finishing.
Thunder trailing by 6. Shea inside. Defended by Allen. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. When you're a championship contender, Chris, what are the aspects, the characteristics of an offense that is needed to get to that level?
You have to be balanced. You just can't be an inside team that can't shoot threes. You can't be a team that just shoot threes. You have to have guys that can dribble, that can get their own shot. You need guys that can catch and be standstill shooters as well, so that when you have the guys that dribble and get that space, their hands are ready and they're already ready. They're already prepared to shoot. And then it'd be really nice to have a post player, a dominant inside finisher, a guy that once he gets it in the painted area, everyone's going to have to watch out because he's going to dunk on him and make a poster.
Here's Morant. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Morant. Allen's got 5 points so far.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Robertson has it in the corner. Back to Jay. Oklahoma City moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. That 3 off the mark.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots.
And it's Iguodala missing.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. He's trying to force something. It's rarely a good idea.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Crowder's checked in. The Thunder have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Back to Paul. It's tipped. Morant with the steal. And then Morant slams it in.
Are you for real? Morant way up. That moves fine.
From deep, Shea. The Thunder with another miss.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Now here's Morant. Defended by Robertson. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Excellent all-around performance.
But Ja Morant ain't playing with my ass, man.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
And first timer to the game called for Oklahoma City. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
And we'll see what, or if anything has changed this year. Maybe it's still a matchup of the haves and have-nots. Or maybe the playing field's a little more even.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Mike Muscala is checked in for Nerlens Noel. Eric Moreland comes in for Gallinari. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Paul.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
Out to Brooks. Pass to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Here's Morant. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Pass to Ferguson. Here's Moreland. Back to Jay. To end the run. From the wing. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup. Muscala's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Thunder. Brooks outside. Pass to Morant. bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And the shooters checked in for Oklahoma. Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. Some changes for Memphis. Here's Paul. 17 points for him last game against Chicago.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passing. I mean, he didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
Robertson and Gallinari at the small and power forward position. Paul out there with Jay. And it's Noel in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Che in the last game against the Bulls was tremendous. He contributed 31 points and drained a few from downtown. A terrific all-around game for him. He really put an effort to fill it up out there and make a difference for his team. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, right. I'm sure he wants to come out in attack mode. The other key for him is to continue to get to his spots on the floor.
Now Allen following the three-point attempt by Che. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. And another turnover here by Memphis. And as we're reaching the end of the calendar year, here's a great chance to delve into the updated power rankings. Taking a look at Houston. They've climbed all the way up to the 2nd spot.
And I look at Oklahoma City. They're kind of in a little bit of a holding pattern early on, trying to find answers to a few questions, but overall playing a solid brand of basketball.
Anderson with the ball. Chris Paul covering. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Well, this is the attitude Anderson brings. A selfless player who loves giving it up to his open guys.
And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
Yeah, and the one thing that amazes me about Chris Paul is his awareness on the court. He knows exactly what is going on and what to watch for on each trip down the court.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And with Paul, he's one of the most heads-up players in the game.
Personally, Kev, I would love to have played with a guy like Paul, who's always 100% focused on the game. Paul can rub some players the wrong way, but he's the closest thing to having a coach on the floor in the NBA.
Now here's Allen. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Miami, and he recovers it. Just 2 to shoot. Iguodala no good.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Here's Paul. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Here's Gallinari. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. And the pass to Anderson. Here's Jackson. Good work defensively by Turner.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
And there's Gallinari on the assist by Paul. Gallinari's got 4 points this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Allen against Paul. Here's Iguodala. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Miami.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in the game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Under trailing by 4. Shea passes to Gallinari. And Turner kicks to Paul. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Over Allen. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
I've heard CP3 called the monster of the mid-range. That shot is his bread and butter.
Allen against Gallinari. Allen's shot is off. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. Over Allen. Paul can't get it to go. Memphis has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Jackson finds Valanciunas. Pass to Iguodala. Allen outside. Pass to Valanciunas. And he converts the layup. Valanciunas has got his second basket.
With great size and interior instincts, Valanciunas, he's such a threat around the rim.
Passes it to Robertson. Turner against Iguodala. Paul outside. Back to Jay. Looking to end his cold spell. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. Iguodala outside. So the wing on the left. Here's Valanciunas. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Inside, Turner. And it's all evened up. Turner's got 13.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. There's the talk about lowering the minimum draft age from 19 back to 18. And guess how much of a difference does that 1 year make in a player's maturity?
It makes so much difference. I mean, you're young, you're coming into a league, you're playing against grown men. Just physically, your body hasn't been able to catch up. How do you handle the travel, being away from your family? Many times these guys, first time being away from their families that long. So it is a maturity process, but at the same time, there's only such a few. And if you're one of the few that have the skill set and you're ready to come to this level, we should welcome you with open arms.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Muscala, he's checked in for Noel. Eric Moreland comes in for Gallinari. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Chris Paul. And the Grizzlies with possession here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
Greg, they just appeared lost out there. I mean, it seemed like they were scrambling on the defensive end of the floor.
And here now the Thunder, following the miss by John Morant. Turner passes to Muscala. A beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
There's some things you just can't teach. That's Che with tremendous awareness for where everyone is around him.
The pass to Brooks. Here's Rabb. Outside Jackson. Now the feed to Crowder. Back to Jackson. No good that time. And the Thunder going the other way now. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice crew going right now offensively.
And the Thunder make Six seconds left to play here in the half. There's Jackson with the 3. And so it's Oklahoma City with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, a very effective first half. What are you seeing that allows you to attack them so effectively?
Well, one of these games is very up-tempo, fast-paced, and, you know, if they just run, I have fun, you know, assisting and passing them the ball, so it's a fun game for me.
Game's easy when you play downhill. Thanks, Chris.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Shea really making a difference.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points and close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Iguodala and Jackson Jr. at the forward slots. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. And it's Valanciunas in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Jay. Drains the 19-footer. Turner's got the lead up to 8 now for Oklahoma City.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
They came out the locker room refreshed. I mean, they've been the stronger team since halftime, no doubt. That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Paul kicks to Robertson. Turner against Allen. Lets it go from the wing. Again, Oklahoma City.
You start to wonder, Kevin. I mean, can anyone guard this guy? Che having a night to remember. Oh, the Grizzlies are going back to the grit and grind style of last season, the slowest pace in the league. They wanted to make the game ugly and uncomfortable for opposing teams.
On me?
Memphis shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And Chris, the Grizzlies taking the pace out of the game. Taking teams in the, quote, mud, as they put it.
Yeah, Kevin, their style was built on hard-nosed, disruptive defense. I mean, last season, dead last in scoring. To win, they had to make it a rock fight.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Allen right side and taken away by Paul. The numbers in their favor. All going up court, and it's Turner finishing it off.
Well, this is no surprise. Che plays with an aggressive mind state almost every time we see him.
Now here's Morant. Gallinari covering. Here's Jackson. It's blocked. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Paul kicks to Turner. 6 to shoot. The ball. Here's Robertson. Off target from 3-point range.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the foul called on Shea. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Justin Patton, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Justin Patton. Iguodala outside. Pass to Allen. There's the 3. And again, Memphis no good.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Oklahoma City moving it around. Robertson finds Turner. Jackson against Paul. On the clock. And the rejection by Jackson. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Over Robertson. The Grizzlies with another miss. The Thunder leading by 11. Shea drives in. And it goes down 2 points. Shea's got 8 points in the quarter.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Iguodala outside. Can they get it? It's deflected.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Here's Paul. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. Paul's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Timeout called the Grizzlies. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blazed the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they go through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, of just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. If you look at organizations like the Black Fives bringing awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give them a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. First free throw is good. Regarding the overstated pre-draft concerns about Luka Doncic, even as the game goes international, it seemed like many GMs are scared to go all in on European players.
And rightfully so. It's a new area, and if they're not immersed into the culture, it may be a little more trepidation on that end. But I would just say, just look at the really the great stories, whether you're talking about the Vlade Divas or the Sabos that came into the game, and even Marshall Lotus, Dirk Nowitzki, yeah, come on, Porzingis. We got a lot of great players from overseas that have shown us that they can make the way. But the mistake would be just thinking just because someone lives close to them, they would have the game of a Dirk Nowitzki, and that's not true. So you need to do your due diligence, but I think European players have already proved the type of heart, skill set, and mindset that they come to this game with, which is at the top.
And both free throws good for Shea.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Morant with it. 15 points in the game. Pass to Jackson. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Ferguson's checked in for Oklahoma City. The Grizzlies also making a change. Jackson, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. On the free throw, no good.
Well, you know what? I talked to Jaren Jackson this summer. He told me he needs another 2 inches. So let's just call him around 7 foot right now with the 7'5" wingspan. Jaren Jackson, the perfect physique for today's defensive big. He can protect the paint and maneuver outside. The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Ferguson kicks to Che. Passes it to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Turner. Jacks up a three. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. He did play power forward at Michigan State and the NBA. But what's Jaren Jackson's long-term position, you think, in this league?
Well, you know what? I think he can play the 3, the 4, and the 5 with his shooting. Now, he's still experiencing guarding shorter players. He's getting used to it, but moving his feet serves him well.
Now Morant. He's got 17. Here's the teardrop. It's rebounded by Moreland. Moreland's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Shea with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Morant with the steal. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Third youngest player ever to drop 30 in the game. Jaren Jackson Jr. looking like a great starting piece for the Grizzlies rebuild.
And Chris, he was the 3rd big man taken in the 2018 draft, but in time, Jaren Jackson could prove to be the best.
Oh yeah, he definitely could. I mean, he has a high ceiling, but also a high.
He's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Iguodala comes in for Jackson. And Allen subbed in for Brooks. Robertson and Gallinari at the small and power forward positions. Turner is out there with Chris Paul. And it's Noel in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Paul passes to Noel. Dishes it to Turner. And Gallinari kicks to Robertson. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Paul. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And the Thunder lead by 20.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
The pass to Valanciunas. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Paul kicks to Turner. And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated. Constant questions about their free agent destinations.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, like myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. You can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know, and if the media's going to ask you the question, you got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
That's it.
The edge on the glass is the difference.
Look at that jam! I mean, just beautiful.
Put a little extra on that one, didn't he? Chase stirring up the pot in challenge mode.
Here's Allen. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the rejection by Noel. Shea dishes to Paul. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Iguodala and Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Some great awareness being shown by Crowder. Spotted the open man and made a fantastic dish.
Paul against Valanciunas. Shea kicks to Paul. Pass to Shea. 5 on the clock. Back to Paul. Iguodala with the steal. Pass to Morant. On the wing, it's Iguodala, defended by Paul. From 17 feet out. And he overshot that one, missing. Oklahoma City leading by 22. Back to Turner. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 5 assists tonight.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Morant passes to Allen. It's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
And you look at Morant, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Knocked away. Paul with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure what this guy was in the first half.
Memphis has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Paul with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. That one goes in. Paul's got 14 points here in the second half.
Some players might wear down during these kind of runs. He's only getting strong.
Allen against Turner. The drive by Allen. Shot to stop the run. And the rejection by Noel.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Right wing. Paul is doubled. Turner finds Paul. A negotiating concession the league wants from the players union. prospect attendance scores at the draft combine, and team-wide access to player physicals.
This is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the team that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if we have that, it'll be...
Seconds left in the fourth. And here's Schroeder. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home.
Kevin, thanks. Well, best of both worlds for you tonight, Shea. Your team got the win, and you had that incredible third-quarter performance. What got you so hot coming out of the break?
Hey, you know, coming out of halftime, man, I just felt so rejuvenated. I wanted to attack them whenever I had a chance. I think they were caught off guard a little bit with that, and we just let it snowball into a big quarter.
And that made all the difference tonight. Congratulations, guys.
David, thank you as always.
Pretty bleak here as the losing streak continues, and at this point, you've got to wonder: is the season lost?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Pump the brakes, buddy. It's just a little adversity. Nothing my main man Jay can't handle.
Look, I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you. These guys look like they've never played together before. You've got to wonder about what's going on in practice. They're completely out of sync. They're a step slow to every loose ball, and if you ask me, I think they've given up.
You've got a new hometown, a new team, a new system, new coaches. It's a lot to take in. How does it feel?
You know what? It feels great.
You had I just want to get one of the things.
Dude, it's just a business.
What ground? Yeah.
No hard feelings over there.
Anything you wish you could have done differently?
One of the things.
Not really, man.
What is going on?
Stuff happens, all right?
Shit, cool, man. Same old same.
What is it? It's 20.
Yeah.
I started going in and buy it.
This shit,
I was gonna buy it online, but I'm gonna get the disc though.
That's what I did. I bought it online so I could play it early.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get the disc though.
I haven't really thought about all of that.
But
I'm still feeling my way through the process, you know.
I'm gonna say, you see, we gotta add kick,
Can't lie,
man.
everything's been pretty great.
Shit, y'all
did.
Shit, we did too.
Y'all ain't new bad as us though.
We still lost though. To the Raiders.
Oakland was no joke, dog. And then I ain't know that dude, Jacobs, I ain't know he was from Alabama.
Yeah, that's how I remember it.
I ain't never heard of him. Cause shit, I was telling the white boys that I was like, shit, I ain't never heard of that dude though.
Yeah, that was the starter running back. Damn, what the fuck I did? I was gonna say, what the fuck I did with this kid?
So you done heard of him before?
Yeah. That nigga, he almost won the Heisman, goddamn. He was gonna run for the Heisman.
Damn, for real?
That nigga was toting that hoe. That nigga, he won a championship with it.
I thought Harris was getting most of the carries.
Nah, at first, but she.
Okay, there you go.
But Najee Harris won goddamn.
Okay, I remember him.
He younger than, he came after, see, Brandon Jacobs came after, Henry. And, he was there with Henry and shit. He was getting like.
That's Scarborough.
Yeah, he was mixing in with them. So when them niggas left, shit, it was his show. But Najee Harris was getting it in too.
That's what I was saying. Najee Harris was getting it in too. That's why I remember him like, damn, I don't remember this dude, you know. Then they say he went first round. I said, damn, he went first round.
Yeah.
But shit, since you said it then, because I didn't believe that, I was like, shit, I want to ask somebody else about it.
He was the first running back. It's $2 grand. I'm gonna get $2 grand.
You ain't gotta do that because I shouted you the last time. I told Sean to give you $15, she ain't give you 10.
That's great, cuz. I'm not tripping.
I be getting on her, man.
With that. You don't see them sandwich bags? Hey, motherfucker.
Hell no, you put that shit in my hand.
Yeah.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Good looking out, cuz.
I'm finna go through here and pick up Braylon in a minute. Goddamn, around one more day, I'm gonna go pick up